Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brandon, also known as Branmatt, and welcome back for yet another StarCraft II replay. Today we're going to be doing a ladder match. This is going to be a PvT, and it is a platinum ranked game. So starting with the Terran player, spawning down here in the bottom right hand corner as the red player will be frijolemole. So he's going to be spawning down here, frijolemole. Pretty cool name, I must admit. And then up here in the top left-hand corner spawning as our blue protoss player is Mythic. Now Mythic actually uploaded this online, and I believe, yeah, it would be Mythic because his username is Mythic. So I assume if they're both using the same username, it would be the same guy. So he's going to be spawning up here in the top left-hand corner on Belshire Vestige LE. And this is a crazy game, is what I'm told, and so that's what I'm gonna have to assume. Again, I don't watch any of these replays beforehand. This is all just kind of like off the hook, we'll see what happens kind of thing, so I'm just kind of in the action. So what I'm told again is that this is a super crazy awesome game, so we'll have to see what goes on here. frijolemole is going to be moving in this SCV, gonna be poking in here right away. A probe is also moving across the map, and a second SCV, and I think this is what the craziness is, because there's a second SCV coming in around here. He's going to be skirting around the back edge here, and it seems like he'll mine a mineral and then hide back here. He may try to do some proxy barracks or something. We see that second SCV, yes, is moving back there as well. I would not be surprised to see a proxy barracks or something back here. One barracks down here at the front for frijolemole, and actually Mythic is throwing down a pylon now as well. So who knows? The two SCVs down here. Is he going to do a double barracks? He might be a little behind on it if he wants to, because he already has a barracks down here at the front. But I don't know. There's two SCVs there, both ready to go. Mythic has his pylon down here at the front. He has one gateway down. He's getting his cybernetics core. Is mining 3 probes on 2 gases. So he's starting to mine a lot. But aside from that, I mean, nothing too crazy. We do have the refinery down now for frijolemole. But aside from all of this, just seeing them place things down at each other's base. Oh, there's the 2 double racks. Alright, so there is going to be a double racks, and a Stargate is actually going down from Mythic. So Mythic throws down the Stargate at approximately the same time as the double barracks were actually thrown down now. So Mythic, he's going to be poking up here in the base. He probably will see this, won't suspect much again, because we have the typical Terran wall off. We have a marine out. We already have a barracks there with a tech lab. So it looks like a pretty normal standard play. Nothing too crazy. And he probably doesn't even suspect this play over here. Now he is getting a stalker out right away, so he might be able to defend off for a little while. I don't think he has warp gate research even started yet. He wants to save up all that gas, most likely for the Stargate. I would suspect he's just going to start right off the bat creating oracles. And wow, a tech lab and a reactor coming down. So he's probably going to do double marine and then a marauder. So he'll be able to deal a lot of damage, and that single stalker will not be able to defend against a marauder for very long. Marauders can deal out tons of damage and be just spell doom to the stalkers. If we look here, the oracle's actually coming out. He's going to be chrono boosted. He's heading right back in here. frijolemole will not actually have anything to defend against this. He has these supply depots, and all of his units are actually being rallied to the other side of the map. So we have actually, no, these 2 marauders, and it seems this marine will be actually moving across the map. Additional marines and marauders being produced down here from the double racks. And this oracle goes in here, is able to deal out a little bit of damage on those SCVs. Those SCVs actually being pulled, though, being pulled back into the base now. The oracle does actually pull out. He doesn't have any engineering bay down just yet, so he won't actually be able to start any sort of missile turrets. He does pull back, and it seems like a second oracle is coming along the way now as well, but this is really, this could be very bad. I mean, he doesn't even have sentries yet. If he had sentries, he might be able to force field, stay alive just a little longer, but our Terran player, I mean, could just absolutely wipe out this base, and the oracles could mean absolutely nothing. Now, it looks like 3 oracles will be going in here, which can be a ton of damage. They kill off SCVs or any worker very quickly, so having 3 of them could wipe out this force here. An engineering bay just coming down now for frijolemole, but it's a little too late. Tons of SCVs actually getting picked off here right away, even picking off mules. If we look in the workers killed, we see that a total of 8 workers have been killed so far. So Mythic is putting those oracles to very good use. Now has 10 workers killed, and it looks like he's pulling them halfway across the map, and he will actually be pulling back now as well. The oracles chasing down these SCVs. The SCVs could face a lot of damage here. They want to try to get this engineering bay built. As long as he's able to deny that, though, this could just, again, this is just absolutely terrible. I mean, frijolemole can't really do anything. So he's pulling back. It looks like he does have this third oracle ready to go, but this large Terran force is pulling in now. We do have the sentry, so if he can throw down a force field in just enough time, and can he get the force field? He does not actually get a force field off just yet. That sentry is killed off right away, and does have the warp gate research done now, but it may be too late. He may have to pull probes to even try to defend this. The oracle's trying to deal a little bit of damage here to the oracle command. Obviously, they will not be able to kill that off themselves, or very quickly at all. Mythic now pulling all of his probes back, as well as one zealot, and there's not much he can do against these Terran player. The Terran player has so much damage just that he can deal out, especially with these marauders. This may be really bad. Additional marines and marauders now being created as well. 22 workers killed actually for Mythic, so he was able to pull off the defense here. This could actually be a win. He, like, literally, if we look in the units right now, there's 2 SCVs left. So if we're able to see, and I mean, one of them's up here. I mean, they're both actually up here. So if these 2 SCVs actually get killed off, this will be the end of frijolemole. He can't do anything if those are killed off. Now we see that Mythic is actually going to be building a second base down here. He wants to try to continue to stay in this game. It looks like the oracles will pull in, actually target down the marines. If they're able to get off the marine kills, that final marine will end up getting killed off, and this is the end, actually. He can't do anything else. Unless if he's able to produce a little bit more, which he does not have the income at all to do. I mean, well, he has a few minerals, so he can produce the Marines, but aside from hoping to do that, I mean, again, we still have the Stargate and the pylon. The Nexus, it looks like, does not actually go down. He's able to save the Nexus. Mythic is hanging on here by a thread. I mean, he has these probes pulled back. He has a ton of probes, 21 probes to just 1 mule. And this 1 mule obviously will not be able to get frijolemole back into the game. He's trying to rebuild up the forces. It looks like the entire force was killed off. He only has these 2 marines now. And really, I mean, at this point, he is just completely finished off. We have these oracles that could move out again, cause a little bit of damage. There is no additional gateways. He is popping down 2 gateways now. There's the 3rd gateway, so he has no gateways just yet, so he'll be left to just defending with those oracles. But as long as he can micro those oracles pretty well and save up energy on them, this entire force here for frijolemole may just be wiped out. So he's going to use up all of his minerals. He's fully committing to this. He has no additional income aside from that mule, which isn't really going to get him, again, back into this game too quickly, and it seems like he's just intent on spending all of those minerals directly producing additional marines with the hope that he's just going to be able to kill off all of the attacking units for Mythic and just be able to stutter step away from these probes. That could be the end of Mythic, but again, Mythic has all of his probes. He has everything he needs to stay alive, and there's not much that frijolemole can do. Aside from hoping for, you know, these mule calldowns. Now, it looks like these marines actually poke up here in the base, and the 3 warp gates do actually come out here, and now we'll just be able to warp in units. This is the end here. The Terran player will have to pull out these zealots, just kill off, clean up these final marines. The mothership core now out as well, and GG. That was an awesome game. So, to just sum it up, double proxy there. Each player goes for a proxy on each other. It's just that Mythic did it better. We saw him pull up here, didn't actually get that sentry force field off, but he was able to use those oracles. We saw the engineering bay up. He threw down the engineering bay, I feel, way too late. He should have thrown it down as soon as he sees those oracles come in and maybe get down a missile turret or 2. It could have been, the game could have just completely turned around, but the fact that he didn't get the missile turrets earlier meant that the oracles came in, killed off all of those SCVs, nothing left for production, and Mythic, all he had to do is pull out those probes, hang on. He did get away with that Nexus, just getting away. Those oracles being used as an aggressive unit, which we see very rarely, but being used very well, and that just spelled the end there for the Terran players. So some congratulations to Mythic for winning the game. That was awesome to see. Really good play there. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. We have new uploads coming every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, if you have not already, please like the video, maybe even favorite. Leave your comment down below with what you think about the game, and I'll see you all next time.